night that he would escape.
What the hell did you do that for?
So I can kill him.
Halloween is back, and I'm not just talking about the time of year, Billy.
That was dreadful.
That was awful, wasn't it? That was the worst. Calm down. That was a pretty bad intro. But I'm talking about the film, Michael Myers' Halloween is back. Why it's called Halloween this time, I don't know, seeing as it's a sequel to the original, which is called Halloween.
It's a weird in where this places it, because I know it's not the first time they've done it, but this like is a sequel to the first Halloween, which means the other Halloweens don't count.
Yeah, even though they've done that before with like Halloween H2O, and
Yeah.
I think they've done it with like another one as well. But
I
yeah,
think if this one does well, then they'll stick to this one, and I'm sure.
I hope they don't make any more. Alright, so let's just dive straight into it. This is directed by, I've already forgotten his name.
David Gordon Green.
David Gordon Green, who is not known for horror.
No, did you have a look to see what he directed?
No, I couldn't be bothered to research that much for this.
Oh, fair enough.
Danny McBride is one of the writers.
Oh,
Is
he directed
noteworthy.
Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
Exactly. What the,
The
fuck?
Sitter.
It's like the least horror you could possibly get. The Sitter, another comedy no one gives a shit about. Although I'd like Pineapple Express, but
Yeah, Pineapple Express is good.
fucking yeah. And Danny McBride co-wrote it with some. Well, he's one of the writers, one of the probably many writers, I'd imagine.
Where do you want to start?
All right. Well, so first of all,
Shall we go from the beginning of the film?
yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick sort of what
Oh,
we
yeah,
think of
cool.
the film,
We'll-
give it a quick rating, and then after that we're gonna go into spoilers.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a few things to be talked about in this film.
Um,
So if you could start off if you want. What do you think of it?
Overall, I liked it. It's not a strong film.
No.
It's a bit of a mess, but I did like it overall.
Yeah.
There's a stuff with a high school. I feel the only reason they introduced high school kids into it was because it's Halloween,
Yeah.
and
You need to have high school kids in a
and
slasher
I
film.
think you could have just took that who's away and just focused it all around Jamie Lee Curtis. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, you didn't need that stuff.
No, I would have much
It
preferred
was
to
just
just
there
be
so
Jamie
Michael
Lee
Myers
Curtis.
could turn up, kill some people
Well-
before it gets to the main part of the film.
Yeah, I'm fine with Jamie Lee Curtis having a granddaughter in this and a daughter
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever.
that's
That's
fine.
fine, but keep that story.
Yeah.
Stay with those people, mainly Jamie Lee Curtis,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
do that
then-
story.
Because there was times where it was good
Yeah.
in terms of like the family dynamic and stuff, but because it starts off, alright, we know that Jamie Lee Curtis is there,
Yeah.
but it starts off making it feel like that this high school her granddaughter is the main character,
Yeah, it does.
when
for a bit,
really it then shifts, doesn't it?
yeah.
And then it kind of feels like
It's-
a different film.
It's kind of all over the place, to be honest. It shifts back and forth between, and
Yeah.
it not well either. It's not like one of those films where it's like, oh, we're going to show you this character so you care about him, show you this character, and then we're going to bring them together. They try to do that,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work. It feels clunky.
I think there's quite a few kills, or I'm gonna say nearly every kill in this film is at least seems like it's based on a kill from the Halloween franchise that we've already seen.
Yeah.
We don't really see anything new.
It is constant references.
Yeah.
But like I do put it this way, alright, this is my overall thoughts on the film. The beginning, straight away I was not really into it, to be honest. It's like it was a bit,
Yeah.
I don't know, the dialogue's terrible. I know that they genuinely are in slasher films, but I don't think that's an excuse. I don't think we should rate horror films on a different scale than we do to other films.
Yeah.
If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. The dialogue was bad in this. There's a dad, a man who plays the dad in this film, who, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but why the fuck is he in this film? Do you know what I mean? Like the comedy of it. One, it wasn't funny, and two, it's misplaced. Like it just doesn't need to be there.
Yeah,
It
sometimes
feels off and weird. I know
sometimes
it's there to
somewhat-
add levity, but it
yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah, sometimes it felt like somewhat serious would just be shoved aside for a joke, if you know what I mean. Like or a joke would come
Yeah.
for, or someone would die, and then there's a joke straight
Like,
after.
there's a scene with two cops in a car,
Yeah.
and I don't know to go into what they're talking about. That was not a spoiler, but it's just over the top. It's supposed to be funny or whatever, and they're having like a funny conversation
Yeah.
about lunches and stuff. It's like, why is, and it's late in the film, it's the third act as well.
Yeah.
Why aren't they just there smoking a cigarette or whatever and just waiting for Michael Myers to show up? Why are they there talking to each other about their lunches, having a comedic little bit of banter back and forth. And I don't know these characters. I've just met them, and I don't give a shit about them.
Yeah.
Why are they there? It adds nothing to the plot either.
No, it doesn't. No.
It's stupid. But I'm sounding like I hate this film. I don't hate it. I just don't like it that much.
Yeah.
It exists, and that's all I can say about it. Really, it's like it starts off. I didn't really like how it started off, and then it didn't pick up for me until like the third act.
Yeah.
I also didn't give a shit about the sort of middle of the film when Michael was stalking random people. Is a cool idea of it. Like basically, there's a part of the film. This isn't a spoiler. Is that things like in the trailers or whatever. He's walking down the street, and
I like that scene.
all
Though,
that
like
trick-or-treaters.
yeah, but I thought that was. I like the because it's like a slasher film. I like the scene where he's like there and there's like he bumps into kids. He walks in, goes in cigars, kills someone.
It's
he goes
shot.
through.
It's shot really well. Yeah, it's like a one
It
shot
looks good.
thing.
And I didn't mind that stuff because in a slasher film, he's gonna go around and kill people. There's not enough main characters or group of friends or something that they could have done to make it. Do you know what I mean? If you're trying to base it around Jamie Lee Curtis and her family, there's only like 3 or 4 people they got there. Like in like a Scream, there's like a group of friends and they picking off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
You
but
can't-
the good thing about Scream as well, though, is that you're always guessing who the killer's going to be when you
Yeah.
first watch it, at least.
Yeah. and
Even
it's
though
like,
it seems like obvious after you've watched it, but like when you watch it, you start to think, well, that's too obvious. It can't be that.
yeah, because yeah.
And then, but yeah, with this, it's like it's Michael Myers, and I don't know what else to say about it really, other than like it was what it was. If you see the trailer, you know exactly what it's going to be, pretty much, to be honest. Apart from the fact that they do sort of allude in the trailer that it's sort of mainly Jamie Lee Curtis and it was going to be her against Michael and she's going after him. It's not that. Not really. Not
She's
until
just
the
ready.
very.
She's just ready.
Yeah, it's not, and she's not even really ready. In all honesty, like we're not going to get into too much, but she's not really. In a minute, we'll go into spoilers,
Yeah.
but she's not actually as ready as she said she was, because she still sort of panics. But, yeah. So like, should we give a quick rating and then we're going to spoilers?
Yeah.
So if you don't want to know any spoilers, don't keep listening after we give our ratings. I'm
Yeah.
going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to give it.
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
If you were in the movie talk group, you would have seen me already rate it. So,
It is.
what I put.
It is what it is. It's a slasher film. In a way, it kind of feels like a even worse version of The Force Awakens, where they tried to softly reboot
Yeah,
the original film. Whilst,
Yeah.
but the good thing about Force Awakens was they gave us characters we gave a shit about
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah,
Like I gave
yeah.
a shit about Rey and Finn. I don't give a shit about these new people. I cared about Jamie Lee Curtis, but it didn't give me enough of her.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6 out of 10. But
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
so now we're gonna get into spoilers.
And I think this is the first time where we did reviews and we're kind of on the same page. Usually we're like a
we
couple
usu-
ratings
yeah.
off.
Usually I think we rate it a little bit differently from each other as well.
Yeah, that's
You usually
true.
go from a just did I enjoy it, and I go from a well I think it was good even though I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy certain parts. But this time it's like we both think this is stupid.
Like I said, I didn't. I when I watched the film, I didn't come out of thinking, "Oh, that was awful." Like
No. Do you know what
I
frustrated
liked
me?
it, and there were parts I didn't like.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Do you know what frustrated me about it? Was that I could see little things that they put in it that could have been good.
Yeah.
Like they could have done more with it, and
Yeah.
they didn't. They it also feels like there's like I think there is actually about half an hour of this film cut.
Maybe,
But
yeah,
apparently, I
probably.
think it was supposed to be like 2 hours or something, and it's only like an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it fills it. I think you can fill it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it feels like it drags anyway, but that's only because I think they cut the wrong shit out.
Yeah.
There's one part where
We're into spoiler territory.
yeah, we're into spoilers now. Yeah, and there's one part where they're at this high school dance, and this asshole boyfriend throws the girl's phone, and he cheats on her, and then and then she catches him, and then he throws
Yeah.
her phone in some punch bowl or whatever, and then like he's
That
not
was-
very nice to her.
Yeah. Then that
Never
was
gets
just,
picked back up.
No, that was just in there to dispose of the phone too.
Yeah,
When Michael
but-
Myers turned up.
Yeah, but usually
Just
when
cool.
something like that, when someone does something like that, you think, okay, yeah, Michael Myers is going to kill him at some point today.
Yeah. He just
And
doesn't.
he just doesn't come back. That kid's got away with whatever he did, and there's
Yeah, he probably is dead.
why would he be dead?
I don't know. He's probably been cut out. He probably did get.
Oh yeah, maybe he did turn back up.
When
That's what I'm
things
saying.
like
Like,
that.
it doesn't pick it back up. It just leaves it, and then it just becomes a tool for
Yeah.
to get her like, phoneless or whatever. Could she not have just dropped it in the woods or something when she was running?
Yeah, I suppose.
Did they need him to throw it in a punch bowl?
Maybe they'll do an extended cut and we'll see him die. I hate when things do that though. Like if it's something like that.
If it makes the film better, then yeah. But I
it's
understand.
Like,
yeah.
With say the Lord of the Rings extended. I know these films are long anyway, but spoilers for Lord of the Rings. Saruman dies.
Yeah. I don't think anyone gives a shit about spoilers for Lord of the Rings at this point.
The Saruman dies, but you don't know that unless you watch the extended edition. Otherwise,
Yeah.
he's just locked in the tower.
That's one thing I never understood about that. But anyway,
Anyway,
we're
carry
getting
on.
off track.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's multiple things like that though. Like there's even little things. Like there's one part where they're talking about their Halloween costumes that they're gonna wear, the girl and her boyfriend.
Oh yeah,
And
Bonnie
then-
and Clyde.
Yeah, but then they say then he's about to tell them that they're gonna do Bonnie and Clyde except for
Different.
they're gonna change the genders.
Yeah, but
But then she's like, oh, no, don't tell him or whatever. I was like, why did you not want to tell your mum and dad about the gender swap
I
thing?
think it was just.
Now,
that
was
they
that
wanted
something that got cut, or was that something that was like they're trying to make some commentary on the parents not liking transgender people or something like that?
I don't know. I didn't think it was like that.
It's not
I think
that, obviously it's not
I
that.
think it was just because she wanted it to be like a surprise because she didn't really.
What's the fucking surprise?
Well,
I think that's another scene that was cut where they
Probably,
surprise her. Oh yeah, look, you swapped them around. So it's like it's little things like that piss me off. But then they're like, can we talk about the psychiatrist man?
Yeah, that's where I was going to go next. But I'll tell you what could have been good.
What?
Because you had these like people that were reporting on Michael Myers and
Podcast people who couldn't
Yeah.
decide if they were podcasters or journalists.
Yeah, but I think that could have been somewhat interesting if that was.
If they weren't, I'm glad they were dead though.
Yeah,
Once they died,
but
because they
they
annoyed
could've-
the fuck out of me.
They could have done somewhat like that.
Yeah.
But better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously Michael Myers had to break out and kill them still.
Yeah.
But they could have made that more interesting. Instead of having a high school, that could have been like a big beginning part, setting up.
Yeah, that was literally a setup to get his mask back.
Yeah,
In the end.
but that could have been somewhat more, and then that could have led from that instead of the high school thing. He breaks
Yeah.
out and then maybe goes for Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't know. Yeah,
Also, in this film, okay, so he's not her brother in this, which I'm fine with. Because I haven't really followed the franchise anyway, to be honest. I watched the first one a long time ago. But, so he's not her brother in this.
Yeah.
And he's got no reason to want to kill her. And I don't think he does want to kill her. Not particularly. Like, he doesn't care who he kills, he just wants to kill, doesn't he, in this. And Jamie Lee Curtis, all the way through this film, and we'll get back to the psychiatrist man in a minute, I
Yeah,
forgot
that's
about that. But Jamie Lee Curtis is, like, obsessed with Michael for the entire film. I don't think Michael gives a fuck about her. I don't think he's been thinking about her whatsoever. And I think when he comes across her, he probably didn't even recognise her because she looks very different now to what she did in the original. And all the
Yeah.
ones in between don't count. Do you know what I mean?
You know,
It felt like if there was a connection between them, that actually would have been kind of more.
Yeah.
Would have been quite cool if he
yes,
did
but
recognise her at
he didn't
least.
go out looking for her. Did
No,
he?
no, he ended up there by chance because of the stupid psychiatrist man.
Yeah.
Like he was. Now I really liked the idea of somebody being obsessed with Michael because, do you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
Like when.
But do you know? I feel like the psychiatrist was put in there originally because there was a psychiatrist in the first one.
Oh yeah, of course.
and-
Yeah, she even says it. You're the new Loomis.
Yeah,
in
and
the
that's
film.
all it. That's why he was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, but they could have done so much more with it because
Yeah.
they tried to do some weird twist with it halfway through on
And
in
then
the
just
third act.
chucked it away, didn't they?
Right, wait, right. Okay, so Michael gets ran over by the cop, and the psychiatrist bloke doesn't want him to do that. He won't want him to kill him or whatever, does
Yeah.
he? So then that man stabs the
police-
cop,
Yeah.
and then for some reason he puts on Michael's mask, and then like gets up, and then the girl that's in the back of the car sees him get up, and it looks like he's gonna be like the new killer or something
Yeah.
in a way, doesn't it?
Which could have been cool.
No,
It could have been.
If
If it
executed.
well,
If it was executed well, yeah, it could be
because
cool.
you're not invested by that
But
point with that.
yeah,
break. But if,
didn't
if
care
they
about
had
it.
done a better job before that,
Yeah.
built it up,
Maybe,
so
yeah.
you could maybe see it coming because it just seemed a bit
I
random
have,
as well.
I have a
like,
feeling that they had a version of the script where that happened,
Yeah.
and then the studio didn't want to risk it, and they said, nah, we just want to keep it Michael.
yeah, because you could have done it if you had built up that psychiatrist break more,
Yeah.
so we were more intrigued in that character.
Yeah.
And then Michael dies when he gets run over, but then Michael Myers should already be dead by now.
Is he immortal in this film or not?
But you know, and if they built that up well enough,
Yeah.
then when that happened, and he then goes after Laurie because Michael did years
Yeah.
ago, and then that could have been interesting if it was executed well enough.
Yeah, maybe he would go after her trying to figure out what it is about her or whatever, even
Yeah,
though it's
or-
nothing about her, because
yeah,
we see
yeah.
that he doesn't give a shit about killing her, he just wants to kill.
Yeah.
But see, yeah, he puts the mask on for absolutely no reason, and puts Michael in the back seat of the car, and then takes the mask off again after he just put it on, and gives Michael the mask back. Well, he's like,
Yeah.
obviously Michael's supposedly dead. I'm assuming he wasn't actually dead and he was just saying he was dead, yeah?
You must have, yeah, because
I'm assuming, because why would you put him in the back of the car otherwise?
Yeah.
You must know that he's alive. So he lied to the cop and said he was dead, then stabbed the cop,
yeah,
put Michael in the back of the car, took the mask back off for whatever reason. I don't know why he put it on in the first place. And then drove them back to, all the way out to Jamie Lee Curtis's house.
yeah,
That's the whole way that was all because that was all a way of getting Michael to the house.
Yeah.
Because they established at the moment that he's just a killing machine. He just wants to move and kill.
yeah. He doesn't care who kills.
He doesn't care about killing her. He just
Yeah.
wants to kill. It would have been cool if he recognised her at least. If he like a little tilt of the head or something and like a pause.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, like he realised it was her.
yeah, because
But because there's no reason. It's weird that she's obsessed with him all this time, and he doesn't even think about her. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She's like, Michael, like as if he's gonna remember her, and she probably doesn't know. You don't know who the fuck she is. She's old now. She looks nothing like she did when she was like 18 or whatever.
yeah,
So I don't know. Like it didn't really make sense. A lot of it, did it?
no,
It felt like there was stuff cut out.
yeah, it does.
I think there's a scene cut out, I reckon, where the psychiatrist bloke breaks Michael out of the bus.
Yeah, he must have done more.
He must have. How does Michael get out otherwise? Why has he
Yeah.
been chained up all this time and never escaped, and now he manages to escape?
Then no, it's just there was probably no way that it was probably the bus crashes and they just had him get out. There was probably no scene of him breaking out. I can't imagine.
No, but there should have been. I think there was
Yeah.
a scene written for that, I reckon.
Maybe.
But there isn't. They didn't film it for whatever reason, or maybe they did and he cut it.
Yeah,
Because
maybe.
surely I was under the impression that that guy broke him out, the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Like he stabbed the guard or whatever, or shot the guard, and because he's the only one who's not dead.
Yeah, true.
Although actually, no, the other patients aren't dead, are they?
No, because they're all
walk
walking
off.
around, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Why does Michael not kill them as well? If he just wants to move and kill, do you know what I mean? That's what he kept saying. He's going to keep moving and killing, and
Well, they're all.
he
they're
decides
all
who he
just-
wants to kill though.
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe just because they're all not with it, are they?
Maybe, but does he know that? I don't know. How clever is Michael? They don't really establish like what he is. Like, is he immortal or is he just so focused on
really,
killing that he just wants to keep?
No,
you know what I
it
mean?
doesn't really ever tell us, does it?
No, because he gets run over, doesn't die. He gets shot in the neck, doesn't die. He gets shot. He gets half his hand blown off.
Yeah.
He's not phased. There's multiple. Isn't he like half blind as well? Didn't she stab him in the original one?
Yeah.
Didn't she stab him in the eye, and that's why his eye was fucked up. And you see his eye for like a split second.
You don't ever really see his face still, do you?
Yeah,
You
so
just
he's
see, like,
he's
a
this
part.
half blind, fingerless man who's been shot in the neck and ran over at full speed, and he's still alive. It's
I mean, seriously, as a film, you're not really supposed to think that much into
But I think
it,
you
then
should have to,
Yeah, you should
should
put
rate
different
it
films
on
on.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't know. Like there were things I liked about it though. Like I liked the end of the film for the most part. I
Yeah.
liked the house. I thought was a really cool idea, and I wish there was more of that. I wish it
Yeah.
was like how the trailers.
You could have had like a really isolated film. Couldn't
Yes,
you?
just the house.
Yeah.
Just the
No,
house.
you
A little
could've
bit of
done it-
setup.
You could have done
Straight
it
to
so
the house.
Michael is going after her,
Yeah.
and then
I don't even care if he's not going after
Yeah,
it. Right,
but
that's
it
fine if the film's better. You know what I mean? Like I don't need that straight
Yeah.
that you know like connection if the film is better. But she has this house, right? I loved all the house stuff. I loved how she was walking around and she was hitting the buttons and the shutters were coming down.
yeah.
So every time she cleared a room, that was pretty badass. I
Yeah.
thought. And she's got that torch on the end of the gun. And she's looking around. She hits the button, and once she cleared the room and the shutters come down, and she knows that room's clear then. But there's this room that she has with all of these mannequins. One, why are you putting all those mannequins in one room if you're preparing for Michael to break into your house?
Yeah.
Who wears a white mask? And two, I wish that scene was different. Although it was quite intense.
yeah.
She's looking for him in the wardrobe, whatever was a reference to the original.
Yeah.
But I would have liked for her to be the one that was hiding at this point, and Michael was looking for her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A bit like at the end of Scream when
Yeah.
Neve Campbell is hiding. Or whatever.
Yeah.
And I wish that was a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish the roles really were reversed because for the most part she's not that prepared. She nearly gets killed like 3 times by
Yeah.
Michael,
Why she got these shutters thing down? Why can't get out? Why didn't she just shut all the doors and then just be like, well, fuck it, he's in there, he's stuck.
She can't. You can open doors.
No, but they're shutters, aren't they? They calm down.
Yeah. But so he can't break out of them or anything. What's he gonna do? Lock the door every time? What do you mean?
So just lock him in there, isn't he? He's stuck.
He's gonna break out. Have you seen him? What he does? He would kick the door down. He feels no pain. He needs shutters, metal shutters, to keep him out so he can't get through. Because he did that in the original. He like kept punching through the door, didn't he? And tried to kill her. And but what was I saying? But yeah, I don't know. Like, I wish that the roles were reversed. I wish that she became the stalker by the end of it, and she doesn't really.
No.
Like, there is a point where she does get away. He like throws her out the window, and she's on the floor. And he looks back, she's gone, like the original. Although that in the original, he's gone, and you assume he got away, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. But in this one, it's like, nah. Apparently, there's a scene where some cop arrested him. How the fuck you arrest Michael Myers? I don't know. As he's strong as fuck. Unless you've got armed guards, like loads of them, and they're all gonna jump on him and they're willing to get stabbed.
There's still a gap though between the films and when he gets arrested, so it doesn't say how long he's been in jail, does it?
Yeah, no, he got
Does it
arrested.
say
He
that-
got arrested that night.
Does it say that?
Yeah,
Okay.
he only killed 6 people, and he
Yeah.
got.
It says how many. Yeah, I know it says how many people he killed.
Yeah, he
I
got.
wondered if it got that. If it
No.
was that night or if.
No, he got arrested that night because in Halloween H2O, he didn't get arrested, and he's been gone for a long time, and no one knows where he is.
Yeah.
And then he comes back, and he's
Oh,
gonna
I
get
know
he's
what
gonna get
H2O.
Jamie Lee Curtis again, and their brother and sister, I think, in that one. I don't know if they actually are but
I watched H2O.
no, it was on last night. That's the only reason I know this. But yeah, it's but that is not a thing in this. Like, he just got
No.
arrested that very night for some reason.
I don't really want them to be related.
No, I don't care about that. No, I don't care about that. But I thought it was just weird that we haven't seen him get arrested or anything.
Yeah,
and since the first one, it's weird to fuck with that because he got away at the end of the first one. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't get. You know what I mean? It's weird that they were at the balls to like go back and say, "Nah, he got arrested that night." Because some people would probably kick off about that. They'd probably be annoyed.
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, no, he gets away." I don't know.
It sounds like people like
Most people seem to like it.
and people like the franchise. Like there are people that are big fans of the franchise. I think if you like the franchise, then you've got no reason to dislike this
But
film.
there's only
because this
one
film,
good one though.
This film is better than
Yeah.
the other ones I've seen apart from the original.
But there's only one good one.
Yeah.
And that's the first one. And this film is just a soft reboot of the first one.
Yeah.
With some interesting concepts that aren't executed well.
Yeah. This film has made quite a bit of money, though, it looks like.
Yeah, of course, because there's a lot of videos.
And so I think it probably will get a sequel.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you don't see him die, technically.
He doesn't. He's gone. Like, he's there, so he's gone fire, and then
And
he
then
goes
he's
back,
gone.
and then there's no one in the room.
Yeah, and
Unless
then
he's like...
after the credits, there's breathing.
I didn't
You
say
can hear
after the
breathing. I didn't
credits.
either, but I've heard that there's breathing like through a mask or something. You can hear it. So it's like they're just leaving it open.
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna make another one now.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Because it's made a lot of money already.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's slowing down, because there are mixed reviews on the internet. Like, some people like it, some people hate it, but I think overall it's been well received.
Yeah, none of that matters if the box office is like insane, which
Yeah.
it is. So, I would say, do you know what? I would say if you're a Halloween franchise fan, not just a fan of the first one, if you're a Halloween franchise fan, actually I don't know. I was gonna say because they disregard them all, don't they? But like it feels like you're gonna like this no matter what. If you're just a
If
fan
you like
of Michael
all of
Myers,
it, I don't know, maybe.
yeah. If you just want to see someone stab
Depends,
people,
because when some people, like, as I know, like, there was a lot of films that aren't that good in this franchise.
Yeah.
But when you watch them all and it's been quite a while and then you get one, you might be more critical on it than you probably would be with someone else because you really like that franchise. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You maybe not, because they're not. There's,
I
like I
don't
say,
know.
this is probably the second best one
I
that
tell you
I've
what,
seen.
I won't be watching this again.
No, I probably won't be either.
It did make me want to rewatch the original.
Yeah,
though.
I bought the original the other day.
I'll have to borrow that off you.
Yeah.
I don't have it. But
Because I never owned it. I don't know why.
oh yeah, to be honest, I don't. Horror's not generally my thing
I only own
anyway,
a few horror films.
and I don't even really class. I mean, this is horror, but it's a slasher. Like
Yeah.
I like slashers.
But this is like, I would say this is more jumpy than, not this film, but Halloween. More than the other slashers I like Chucky
Yeah, oh yeah, of
and
course.
Scream.
Yeah, well, Scream. There's only one good Scream film. That's the first one,
Yeah.
and
But
that
even
was a
that-
parody of itself anyway.
exactly.
So, Freddy's technically classed as a slasher, I think.
Yeah, but I've not watched all of those.
I've seen the first one. And the remake of the first one.
One I've never watched that I probably should have is Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Freddy, yeah.
Freddy
What am I
Krueger.
thinking?
You're thinking
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah.
I've seen Freddy vs. Jason. That was fun.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant, yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't. To be honest, I wouldn't really recommend this to anyone. I'd say wait for it to come on Netflix or something and then watch it.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, obviously people have already seen it if they're listening to the spoilers now anyway.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like I said, there were parts I liked, there's parts I didn't like.
Yeah. Is there anything particularly plot-wise that you could think of that either you liked or disliked?
Not that
Something that you did like. Right, what I liked about it was I think there were some really cool concepts introduced.
There were.
It's just poor execution, in my opinion. They don't go in depth enough about
they
her
go-
trauma.
Yeah.
Because they do make a bit of a big deal out of it at first, saying, "Oh, she's crazy" or whatever now. But they don't go into it enough for me. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of her.
Like I said, they could have been. You could have gone two ways with this film. That could have worked. You
Yeah.
could have done like a isolated thing where Jason, where Michael Myers breaks out,
Yeah.
ends up, and a lot of it's just in that house, and it's like a little isolated thing, and she's like, maybe. It could start off like you said that he's in the house
Yeah.
and she's hiding from, and then it like rolls reverse.
Yeah.
Or you could have done, if you had like a psychiatrist and it was really good, and
You could have done a
does
drama.
like- yeah.
Is that what you're going?
Well,
where
no,
you're going with
I
that?
was thinking like you could have done like she's all paranoid that Michael's gonna break out and come for her.
Yeah.
And he does break out, but he doesn't come for her. But then he does get killed. Maybe that car does hit him. But they focus on the psychiatrist enough that we are interested in him already. When Michael dies, he kills a police officer, puts on the mask, and then goes for her.
But she's gonna know it again because he's short as fuck.
You wouldn't use that man. You know
No,
what I mean?
yeah, you have to use some massive
and she
man.
thinks Michael's come back for her.
Yeah.
And then maybe she does kill him because he's not the same as Michael. She kills him and unmasks him at the end, and it's that guy.
Yeah.
And then she's still paranoid as fuck because she thinks Michael's side. Or maybe he is. Maybe.
And
he
then at
didn't
the end
die.
you hear the breathing.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't.
That was
die.
a better.
But,
You
know
just
what I
wrote a
mean?
better film than the. Than
You
the
could have
actual
done
film.
either of those two, and that would have worked better. Like when I come out of the film, I never come out of it and thought that was awful.
No, I just thought.
Could have been so much better.
I just thought that I could have waited to see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could have waited for it to be put on Netflix and just watched half of it on Halloween and then
Yeah.
not watched the rest of it. That's probably what I would have done. But yeah, I
I'm
like that.
surprised they haven't tried to make Halloween into a TV show yet.
Oh, that's coming. I guarantee you that's coming.
They already tried it with Scream.
Yeah, and that didn't work. I never even bothered watching that. But yeah, anyway, we're going on a bit long here. It's only a
Yeah,
review.
it's about half an hour.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Yeah,
what-
let us know what you thought of it if you want to comment, because we never get any comments.
No. And let us know, because if you are actually a big Halloween fan, like, let us know how you've gone into the film. Were you more critical, or did you enjoy it?
You just enjoy seeing Michael Myers back, because a lot of people, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
You just enjoyed seeing him on screen again.
Cool.
Even
So,
though
yeah.
he's like a 61-year-old man at this point. But yeah,
Right, so like, comment, subscribe.
follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, see our,
We still
Well-
got a Facebook page, I don't even look anymore.
yeah. You can see my Spider-Man screenshots. Well, they're not going to be coming anymore because I'm playing Red Dead, but
Yeah, Red Dead video coming soon.
yeah. Cool.
Laters.